And again, you know, it's like one of these shootings. In rare instances, when there's a shooting or a mass shooting and nobody gets killed, just injured, we take it less seriously. All right, nobody got killed. Right? Or, when there's something that happens in Iraq or Afghanistan and like only one soldier dies instead of 20. What would this story be if one of those bombs went off? Again, it's personal to me. My brother was in Time Warner Center when that happened on Tuesday. And by the way, there's people who could make better bombs that could go off. Unfortunately, you could learn how to do it on the internet. So that's what brings me to Bernie. The reason that and I think Jimmy Dore, and I think a lot of these people that critically cover the Democratic Party are so harsh is because we have the foresight to see that the only way to defeat Trump is to first defeat neoliberalism, because neoliberalism has never defeated extreme conservatism. You cannot defeat a walking propagandist. You cannot defeat a walking psychopath. I've upgraded him from sociopath to psychopath after this. You cannot defeat a walking habitual liar with slightly less habitual lying or slightly less psychopathy. You cannot defeat someone like Donald Trump who lies every breath. It's not even possible to fact check every lie because he lies so much that I don't even think he knows what he's saying anymore. Unless you have somebody that with every breath draws a contrast to those lies. Unless you have somebody, man or woman, that with every action cannot actually be attacked because they have been consistent. You cannot defeat someone like Trump who is literally, as bombs are going off, bombs are being sent all over this country to people we don't like politically, but I don't call for violence against them, and I hope you don't either. You can't defeat someone who's creating an alternate reality, who's giving a wink and a nod to his supporters to just keep doing this shit. Unless you have somebody with the life and political experience and record to show why he is a propagandist, to explain to the working people of Ohio and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Michigan why he is a fake populist and a real fascist. Joe Biden cannot do that because Joe Biden is part of the problem. Kamala Harris cannot do that because Kamala Harris hasn't done anything. Elizabeth Warren cannot do that because Elizabeth Warren has also not been consistent. Cory Booker cannot do that because Cory Booker is a creature of Wall Street and has no real integrity. The reason that I don't want to speak for other people, but I believe the people like Jimmy are so tough on the Democrats is because we would like to defeat the Reaganites and the Bushites and the Trumpites that have kept you down. And we see, and I see how dangerous it is to prop up Democrats that are paid to lose to this man and this Republican Party. I got to tell you, I'm not a person that gets scared that easy. It's not because I'm like brave. I just generally am able to sort through what's a real threat and what's not. And I think Trump's response to this has really even scared me, because till now I've kind of seen it as a reality show. But when bombs are being sent out and the President of the United States is tweeting about Twitter hurting his visibility and then saying, oh, bombs, are they real bombs? This is what you see on a Glenn Beck show or Lou Dobbs or Bill O'Reilly or Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Rush Limbaugh or Alex Jones. And you want to know something? While I'm at it, although I want to be clear, I'm not blaming CNN for, a bomber sending a bomb to them. I'm not saying that. But the media that is so up in arms now against Trump, and I think in this case, rightfully so, you created this monster. I didn't create the monster. Jimmy Dore didn't create the monster. Kyle Kalinske didn't create the monster. You gave this psychopath. Some estimates say $5 billion worth of free advertisements through airtime. You showed his empty podiums. You have aired his meetings in the White House, his reality TV star meetings from front to back. Literally, if you watch CNN or MSNBC all day, from start to finish, you won't find more than maybe one segment that is not about Trump. And during the campaign, if you watch their advertisements, I did because I was covering the campaign. If you watch their advertisements for debates or town halls or whatever, it was like they were advertising a boxing match. Morning Joe had candidate Trump on like 2-3 times a week, calling in his underwear from bed, just laughing it up. And now they're leading the Trump resistance. Part of why I chose not to cover Trump when I was at the Young Turks during the campaign as much as everyone else. Number one, I believe I'm going to cover everything that's being ignored, because there are actually forgotten people and forgotten communities out there, and they're forgotten by the media. So I try to cover those people. But I also didn't cover it because I don't believe in giving endless oxygen and endless energy to demagogues and frauds and liars. The more you give, the more they feed off of it. So the media has a right to be frightened. The media has a right to be upset. The media has a right to attack him because he is the reason this lunatic sent bombs to CNN. Thank you, Anthony, in the super chat, getting us started, $4.99. Saddest part is the progressive vote will be split with all these posers trying to run in 2020, so they won't let Bertie win. No way, no how. Anthony, I disagree, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But thank you, Anthony, for the $4.99. And keep it coming. It's Friday, baby. Got one super chat. Keep it coming, folks. Your money is better spent here than happy hour, because Jen and I need it. We're going on the road next week. CNN, MSNBC, The New York Times, Washington Post, Associated Press, BuzzFeed, The Atlantic, Daily Beast, all these people, they might as well have been public relations for this man. And they propped him up. And by the way, I didn't see one interview during the entire campaign that was real journalism that challenged him and didn't let him skate around his lies. When Jake Tapper had him on, and he pretended that he didn't know who David Duke is or what the KKK is, did Jake Tapper end the interview and say, well, if you don't know what the KKK is, then I'm done with this? No. He moved on, asking him who you thinking for vice president? It's truly astounding. It's truly astounding. Teresa Stafford says on Facebook, I'm the wife of a disabled vet. We are doing good to keep the bills paid. Otherwise, I would donate to you. That's way more important, Teresa. Thank you for watching. No donation needed. Kurt says Bernie's the only one that could bring real change to our country. I agree. The only one political. Katie Glenn says truth. Well, thank you, Katie. So before I move on, because we're not done with this MAGA bomber, we're not done with that. I want to show you some new swag. New swag for the GoFundMe. Now we have, dun 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 dun, Status Coup backpack. You in grade school? You in grad school? You just like wearing a backpack? I wear a backpack when I go to the coffee shop. There's the Status Coup backpack. Woo! That is a good looking backpack. Very nice design, Jennifer. For the very, very, well, I won't say kind. Yes, the very, very kind contribution of $250 to the GoFundMe, you're getting that backpack with signed goodies in it. You're getting a Status Coup backpack with, maybe you'll get some Status Coup pens. Maybe you'll get a Status Coup water bottle. Just out on the market. Maybe you'll get a Status Coup shirt or hat. And maybe you'll get some signed goodies. So we got the backpack, Status Coup bottle, Status Coup pens, got a Status Coup swag bag. I want me some of this. You know what to do. You know what to do. We're at 236 contributors in a month and a half. We're at $13,810. And on Sunday, noon Eastern, we're doing a marathon live stream. This Sunday, marathon live stream. We are going to be doing a soft launch of statuscoup.com. What that means, statuscoup.com will be up and running Sunday. In fairness, in keeping it real, it's a work in progress. We've had some glitches, but it's time to rock and roll. So it's not going to be perfect, but we're going to have a website launch Sunday. Jen is working overtime to get that website launched Sunday. So we're going to be doing that. We have some original reporting that's ready to go on the website. Follow the money, baby. Some of your resistance heroes taking money from the usual suspects. We'll have those stories on the website. I just finished a story on Joe Manchin and his absolute corruption and hypocrisy. And we'll have some other things. But we're going to be pushing the new website. We're going to be pushing the GoFundMe on Sunday. We're going to be pushing a lot of things on Sunday. So I hope you'll join at noon Eastern time. Noon Eastern time. Status Coup right here on YouTube. We'll be live on Facebook and Periscope too. Noon Eastern. I'm going to go as long as I have breath and as long as contributions keep on rolling, baby.